battle's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. And it's high, high, hey, the army's on its way. Count off the cadence loud and strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along.
All right, folks, welcome. My name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times. Hold on, whoa. The music went really high. Wow. Okay. All right. So once again, welcome, folks. My name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times. Welcome to the live stream. President Trump is going to be delivering a speech today at the Public Safety Officer Medal of Valor presentation ceremony in the White House. For some reason, it was showing me when I was going to the main channel that we weren't live, and I was kind of getting worried. So let me know in the chat if you got notification from YouTube that we are live. I don't even see it on the channel at all. It's not even showing up. It's so crazy. So let me know in the chat if you guys are getting notification that we are live, because it just doesn't show up on the channel on my end that we are live, which that has never happened before. But that's the way it is, folks, with these people on YouTube. Kind of weird. But anyways, thank you so much once again for tuning in and choosing Golden State Times as your stream of choice. We are set to start very, very soon, folks. We're going to get the footage very soon, and then we'll go on from there. Please share this live stream on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Gab, on Reddit, on all of those social media sites. If you guys don't forget, please, to also click the thumbs up button. If you share it on Facebook or on Twitter, I'll give you guys a quick shout out as a thank you for your support, like always. And if you guys saw this morning, President Trump delivering a surprise press conference from the Rose Garden, where he talked about the allegations of Nancy Pelosi, saying that he's involved in a cover-up of some sorts, even though Mueller's already done with his report. His report came out, no collusion, no obstruction, and somehow he's involved in a cover-up of what? There's nothing to cover up. But that's the new talking points of the Democrats. They hope that new talking point will, buy them maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a whole month worth of coverage from the fake news media, including Fox News, because Fox News is extremely fake news. And maybe, they think that they're going to get standing ovations from Fox News, just how they did with Mayor Pete and with Bernie Sanders. Everybody at Fox News just standing ovation. So I think that the Democrats believe that the exact same thing is going to happen with these false allegations from the Democrats. So that's the only reason why they're doing it, folks. They're losing. They're losing, and they're extremely desperate. But that's not going to change the fact of what's coming soon, folks. We saw reports out there that President Trump is going to start releasing some documents. So we'll just have to see what that has to be all about, what documents we're talking about. But that should be coming in the next few days, according to reports. But we'll just have to wait and see, get our popcorn, get our coffees and teas and stuff, get ready to go, folks, because the stage is set and is just ready to go. So we're going to be switching it over very soon, but as of right now, we're going to put something up on your screen. Once we get footage from inside the White House or the venue where President Trump is going to be delivering his speech, we'll switch over. Thank you so much. Please share the live stream. I'll give you a shout out on Facebook or Twitter if you guys share it on there. I'll give you guys a quick shout out as a thank you for your support. All right, folks, here we go.
I feel like home. Realtors. Great business. We love that business. I love that business. Every time I go down in this incredible beast. You know what the beast is? The world's most expensive car. It's really not a car. It's an army tank that rides better. but it's something. But I look at the real estate. I'm always looking at the real estate. I don't know. I'll never get it out of my blood. It's in our blood, right? Please sit down. Sit down if you want. Sit down. You know, I tell you to sit down because otherwise they'll say he got no standing ovations. It's the fake news. They'll say, the crowd didn't like his performance. They gave him no. I had that the other day. They just wouldn't sit down. So they said it wasn't one of his better speeches. He got no standing ovations because they never sat down. It was one. But we love you people, and I know they were just telling me, John, that it's a record. They have people here. They have people in all the ballrooms all over this beautiful hotel. And there are people outside in closed circuits. Somehow you people know real estate, so you know you have the best location, right? But I'm honored to be here with the hardworking men and women who help millions of families live the American dream. And that's so true. The incredible members of the National Association of Realtors, a name I know very well. I want to thank my friend. He was my friend, my competitor for a while, but he was still my friend. Secretary Ben Carson for his tremendous leadership. Stand up. You know, he's a great guy. When I put him in charge of HUD, first of all, he's a very smart guy, very adaptable. I said, Ben, what do you know about real estate? Not much. How would you like to head HUD? And you know what? Didn't take you long, did it, Ben? And he got some of the smartest people in the business, and they're doing a great job, and everybody's talking about it. Thank you, Ben. Great job. And I also want to thank the president of the National Association of Realtors, John Smaby. Where is he? Where is he? Hi, John. Please stand up. Thank you, John. Great job. Thank you, John. Popular. Where's CEO Bob Goldberg? Bob. Thank you, Bob. Respected guys. Vice President Tracy Casper. Vice President, I just met Tracy. Great family. Thank you, Tracy. And your entire team for everything that you do to support realtors around the country. I guess that includes me. I took a little sabbatical for 8 years. You know, but I miss you. But I miss you. But we get you one hell of a tax cut, didn't we? Did we do? And the regulation cut may be more important. You know, we did regulation cutting where you couldn't build jobs, you couldn't build anything. You'd have a puddle on your land, and they considered it to be one of the Great Lakes of the world. Sure, you'd have a puddle. And if it formed more than twice a year, a puddle. We used to call it a puddle. They called it a lake. It came in lake restriction. I actually had it happen to me. In Bedford, New York, I was building a development. I was going to build some really luxury, beautiful houses, very great area. And it kept, that's right, New York, New York. I'll tell you, they might be screwing up New York. We got to be careful, right? The taxes are going high. They're doing a mansion tax now. You know what that is, right? They want to be your partner. That's not good. The mansion tax, I just heard about that one. But you know, the environmental stuff was very tough. It was getting worse and worse every year. And I actually had this beautiful piece of land, 216 acres. And I was going to do something with it. And then I decided to do this. I'm glad I did this because I can help more people. But Tracy, they had a little area where water would sort of form when it rained. And all of a sudden I found out that I can't build on the land. Does that make sense to you? I can't build on the land because it was considered, for all intents and purposes, a lake. And how did people find out about the lake? My consultant told them, because this way you have to use your environmental consultant longer, pay him more money to get you out of the jam. Isn't that nice? I fired his ass so fast. True story. It's a true story. True story. I'd see them up in Albany. What are you doing here? And they were making it more and more difficult. So you had to hire a lot of people. But that's what we're getting rid of. We're getting rid of a lot of the regulations. And frankly, I've had some great business leaders talking to me. And if they had their choice between, we have the biggest tax cut bill in the history of our country, and we also, in that bill, got included ANWR, one of the great oil sites in all of the world, in Alaska. And we got rid of the individual mandate, which is by far the biggest problem with Obamacare, the individual mandate. Where you paid a lot of money for the privilege not to pay a lot of money for health care. How about that one? This is the only thing. You paid not to have it. You paid a fortune not to have it, and we got rid of it. So, but we are doing regulations, and I think regulations, frankly, maybe are a bigger reason for our tremendous success as a country over the last 2.5 years, maybe even bigger than the tax cuts. I mean, it's incredible what's happening. I just left Louisiana, and we're building, oh, wow. Well, then you know what I'm talking about, building a tremendous LNG terminal, LNG refiner. It's $10 billion, one of the biggest in the world. It must be a mile long. I've never seen anything like this. It's a building, but it's all pipes inside, all pipes. There's no space, there's all pipes. They didn't use any space pen. And I've never seen it. It's incredible. $10 billion, 10,000 jobs. Louisiana, now they're going to do more of them. And if you look over the last 40 years, I don't think we built a refinery, or certainly we built very few of them. And now we have a lot of refineries going up in great locations, and it's really incredible. Nobody thought they'd ever see a refinery built, but we worked with the EPA, and we worked with people that were really stopping them. These people were in the process of getting permits for many, many years, and we helped them, and we got them very, very quickly, and they've invested tremendous amounts of money, and it's sold out. It's sold out. For 20 years, it's all sold out. See, that's no different than an office building. You sign a lease, and you get your financing, right? These people, they sign with countries, and they get their financing. But I think it's bigger and probably even better, if you want to know the truth. And they're happy, and it's a lot of people that are working, and we did that, but we did many of them. We did the pipeline, as you know, the big pipelines, the Keystone XL pipeline. We did the, right? That was dead. 48,000 jobs, and the Dakota Access Pipeline. And these are tremendous things, and frankly, environmentally great, better than tracking it down, better than putting it in trains, better than doing any other way. And it goes to the various parts of the country that need it. They're fantastic. These are things that would never have happened if other people got into office. I could almost say if almost anybody else in the world got into office, I don't think it would have happened, including Republicans. But before I begin, I'm pleased to announce that we've just reached an agreement with Canada and Mexico, and we'll be selling our product into those countries without the imposition of tariffs or major tariffs. Big difference. As you know, Canada has been for years, and we have a great relationship with Canada and the Prime Minister. We have a great relationship, but they've been charging us extremely high tariffs, as much as 285% or more for our agricultural products, which is an absolute barrier. It's essentially a barrier. In other words, when you pay 285, guess what? You know what they're saying? We don't want your business. So it was a barrier to our farmers being able to do business with them, to our farmers being able to sell product in there. So that deal is going to be a fantastic deal for our country. And hopefully Congress will approve the USMCA quickly. And then the great farmers and manufacturers and steel plants will make our economy even more successful than it already is, if that's possible, which it is possible. We could have the greatest economy in the history of our country. We could have, you look at the unemployment numbers, the best since 1969. And in a very short period, it'll be, assuming we just go a little bit further, it'll be the best in history. The unemployment numbers are great, but the employment numbers are even better. We have the most people working today than at any time in the history of our country. We have almost 160 million people working. And many of those people are going to go out and buy a house, right, Tracy? They're going to use you as the broker. They're going to call Tracy, I want to buy a house. And I won't pay you 6%, Tracy. I won't. I'll pay you 1%. I was famous for that. No. Don't worry. Nobody accepted it. Don't feel. But I tried like hell, I'll tell you. No, but I'd get it down to 4 or 5. That's not so bad. I had one case in Palm Beach. Believe it or not, $100 million house. Can you believe it? And the broker did a fantastic job. And I told the broker, I'm paying you more than you're supposed to get. He got millions. Sold the house for $100 million. You believe it? Bought it for 39. Then I sold it for 100. It wasn't immediate. It took a couple of years. That's okay. I had to paint it inside a little bit, a little paint, little fix up, a little fix up. I call it a turnaround. Because I had nothing to, I had a beautiful house, Mar-a-Lago, and I said this was one that came onto the market through really a tragedy, a very sad situation with the owner had a tremendous problem. And so anyway, it was put up and I got it and I sold it, I flipped it, but I had a great broker, 2 good brokers actually, but I paid them more money than they actually asked for. I made a deal with them and I paid them more. And I've done that a lot. I've also done it the other way where I'm not so happy. Then I do a little, but I won't talk about that today. We'll save that for another time. But really, there's nothing like a good broker. I mean, you're no different than a great surgeon, a great anything. I mean, it's true. It's true. And you're not all brokers. You're realtors and you build and you rent and you lease, but you sell. And honestly, I've seen cases where you give it to the wrong person and you just sit and you just die with it. And then the right person comes along and it's like genius. It's like genius. And you have to remember those people. Those are great people. And you have to reward them properly. I really mean it. You have to reward them properly. So you are really, truly, fantastically talented people. There are some probably in this room that don't have such great talent. You know who I am and you know who they are. But you have some tremendously talented people in this room. I know this business so well. I love this business. And you have people that can really do a job that very few people can do. And frankly, if you went into another business, you'd do great with that too. But there's something about the real estate world that's it's incredible. You just love it. It's in your blood. It's in your blood. So even as president, and that's why I tell you, even as president, I ride down those streets and I say, wow, is that place nice? Wow, what could you do with that? Look at that site. And then I said, wait a minute, I have to deal with China. Forget about this stuff. So I love your business, and we're here today because realtors play a special role in the American economy, and that's true. I would think it's the largest business in this country when you add it all up. You add up all the family firms and the big real estate firms and the single family home builders and the ones that do a lot of homes. I mean, thousands and thousands. But you add it all up and it's the biggest business. There's nothing close. It's bigger than oil and gas, which is big. It's bigger than cars, bigger than anything. As a group, you're a tremendously big business and a very powerful business politically because you have numbers. Numbers is power. When a young family needs room to grow, when a new job sparks a new adventure in a brand new, beautiful city, when parents want to find the right neighborhood and schools for their children, Americans put our trust in you, our great realtors, and that's true. Very important. I mean, I'll just tell you one little thing. In what business do you have where you're selling your home, your home's very important to you, you may not sell it, maybe you'll only sell it if you get the right price, and you leave the key under the mat so the broker can take anybody they want even though you're going to be away for 3 weeks, right? How many people trust people? You would only trust a great realtor to do that, right? Sure. A lot of truth to that. See, I have a speech, and I have great speechwriters, but they don't know this kind of stuff. So this is all, so far, this is all off cuff. But they don't know what I know, and they don't know what you know, because they write speeches, and our economy is great. But you've heard that before, right? But they don't know these kind of little things, right? And those are the little things that make you great. Home is where our hearts are. And all of you, as Americans, you find a home for the ones that you love the most. So today I want to thank all of you. This is a time of extraordinary opportunity for our country. And as I said, I think our country is doing better now than we've ever done before as an economy. And I think it's going to get even better. We're the envy of the world. There's only truly never been a better time, in my opinion, to build and break ground in America. People are making a lot of money, and they're doing well, and jobs are so good, and so many positive things are happening. We've added nearly 6 million jobs since my election, including more than 120,000 real estate jobs. You believe that? See, I view that as a negative. I say 120,000 more people that we have to compete with, right? What do we need that for? We've also gained more than 650,000 new construction jobs.
All right, folks. So I just got word that we're going to be switching over in just a little bit. We have footage from inside the White House where the event is going to take place. But before we switch over, we want to give out shout outs. We want to give some shout outs to everyone that is sharing the live stream on social media, because that's the only way that we stay alive here on YouTube. So if you are sharing the live stream on Facebook or Twitter, I'll give you guys a quick shout out as a thank you for your support. We're going to start off with Tony Gass. Thank you so much for your support in sharing the live stream twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times sharing the live stream. Thank you so much. Just be careful, brother. You don't get suspended from Twitter for sharing a live stream that is pro President Trump, that tries to cover him fairly compared to everyone else that tries to slam him at every single turn. Just like I said, just be careful. Thank you so much to Patricia No Name, Tony Gass. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream once again. And let's see here. Who else is sharing the live stream on social media? We have John Hook. Thank you so much for sharing the stream on social media. And it looks like that's it, folks. We need your help, folks. Thank you so much to Jacek. I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Let's see who else is sharing the live stream on social media right now. So it looks like Perry C. Scott, and I think we got one more. Worldwide Awakening. Thank you so much. Flight Deck Barbie. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Diane Menifee. I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Truth Prevails. Thank you so for sharing the live stream. Truth Prevails. Lean's Right. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Vanessa K. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. LaRosse26 and Terry Hargrave. Thank you so much for sharing the stream on social media. New York for Trump. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Lori G. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Carolyn Hewson. And also, I always get this one, folks. Lil Tilgerlil. I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Frank Sanchez, thank you so much for your continued support in sharing the live stream on social media. And I think that's it for now. Thank you so much to everyone that is sharing the live stream. That's the only way that we stay live here on YouTube. Thank you so much to Yuri and Tony Tone for sharing the stream. Thank you so much to Matt Stewart and Corrine. Thank you so much also to Jerome. And we also have Robert Buckner, and Reorp. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Tim and Crickets. Also V Rogers and Freedom Warrior 91. Thank you so much to Albert. Thank you so much to Seamus. And also thank you so much to Toshido. Thank you so much, Toshido, for your continued support. Let's see. And Tony Gass, once again, thank you so much, everyone that is sharing the live stream on social media. All right, folks. So we are getting it ready. We're going to be switching over in just a few moments, and we'll go on from there. Thank you so much for choosing Golden State Times as your stream of choice. If you just joined us a few minutes ago, share the live stream on social media on Facebook or Twitter, and I'll give you a quick shout out right before the president comes out. Thank you so much.
And and if you remember when I first came here, and if you remember 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, it wasn't so good. But right now, America really is once again a nation of builders. We're building again. More than 5 million Americans have been lifted off food stamps, and we're getting Americans off of welfare and back into the workforce. That's a great thing. Great thing. That's a great thing. I mean, you think of that, 5 million people off of food stamps. You know what that costs? First of all, it's a tragedy. But you know what that costs? So they're off, and now they're working. So they're actually paying taxes instead of really it's costing a lot of money. Food stamps are very expensive. And very importantly, women filled more than 60% of all of the new jobs created over the past year. 60! So I think the men should sue the women for discrimination. Okay. They should sue. Get a great lawyer. And after years of stagnation, wages are rising fast with the quickest growth for blue-collar workers. The best statistic of all, and people don't know, everyone's doing great, the rich are doing great, the not-so-rich are doing great, the middle income is doing the best, but the best of all, the blue-collar worker has the biggest percentage increase of anybody, and that's beautiful. And these things didn't just happen by accident. They happened because we are taking out this power out of Washington, these bad people, and returning it to the American people where it belongs. Just think about Comey and these characters. Think about Comey and the gang. Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. Comey, Brennan, Clapper, we're draining the swamp, folks. And you think it's easy? It's not easy. It's not easy, but we're doing it. We're getting rid of a lot of bad ones. At the heart of America's revival are the massive tax cuts that I signed into law a year ago. And they are like rocket fuel for America's economy. The typical family of four earning $75,000 is now saving more than $2,000 on their income taxes, money they can put toward anything they want to put it, including save it. Many small business owners are here today, and you can now deduct up to 20% of their business income, one of the most significant small business tax cuts in American history. Thank you. It's so good that you see that, because a lot of people, they're all getting these tremendous tax cuts, and a lot of people don't know they're getting them, and sometimes they're taken out by the business, so, they're getting checks, and they notice they're a little bit bigger, but they don't really notice. You people, many of you have your own businesses, and you see the kind of money that you're making, much more money, and you're investing much more money. But it's great that when you see it, you're very entrepreneurial people. Real estate people are. If you're not, you're in deep trouble. If you're not, you don't want to be in this room very long, because you won't last. But it's pretty amazing. And the other thing that's amazing is one-year expensing. How about that? I mean, one-year expensing, I think, is one of the biggest things. And nobody talks about it, really, but it's a tremendous, you write it off in 1 year, and nobody thought would ever see the day when you get that. But it spurs growth, and it's been fantastic. And we've also done something that for this room and for farmers and for ranchers and for, small businesses, fairly big businesses, actually, we've virtually eliminated the very unfair estate tax, also known as the death tax. So if you want to leave your real estate company to your child or your children, they like real estate, they have an aptitude, and you love them and they love you, otherwise don't do it, the hell with them. I've seen parents that are so badly treated by their kids, and the parent comes to me, oh, I love my child. And I'm saying to myself, man, that child treats her badly. So I would tell him, you know, your child is not a good child. Don't leave him anything. But for those of you in the room, and I would say that includes probably 90%, I'd say there's 10%, who does not love your child or children? Anybody want to raise your hand? No, I can't believe that guy raised his hand. No, I'm not going to ask your name. I'm not going to get you. But what we have now is you don't have to pay any estate taxes. You know what that is? That's a big deal. Because a lot of times, and it happened with the farmers, where in some cases they're land rich but not income rich, but the farm's been in the family for 150 years and they love it and they do well and that's what they do and they love it. They wouldn't want to do anything else. And they'd die and it would be taxed on the value of the land and all sorts of things happen. Then they go to the banks and they borrow money and then they have a little downspell and they end up losing the farm, losing the business. You have no tax to pay anymore and nobody talks about it, but to me that's a big thing. That's a big thing. And thanks to the opportunity zones where Ben Carson's been working so hard. Right? Made possible by tax reform, we're making enormous investments in distressed communities. Tremendous. I will tell you this, and Ben, I think you can agree with me. He has to agree. By the way, if he doesn't, he will tell me. I guarantee. He'll stand up and say, sir, I disagree with you. It's amazing the way it's worked out. Do you agree? I had no idea. Tim Scott was very much involved, and we did it. And, you know, I've been hearing about these things for 40 years. Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Nothing works. These things have become tremendously successful in areas where money was never invested. Very, very big, powerful, rich people are spending tremendous amounts of money. They have certain tax advantages, but we've got them to open their wallets, and the jobs that are being created in neighborhoods where people wouldn't go before. The opportunity zones, and it's starting to be seen, and it's starting to be written about. It's a great achievement for Tim Scott. It's a great achievement for Ben Carson. It's really some of the people the early people, Ben, that worked. Who else would you say, Ben? 4 or 5 people that really were in the forefront. But you two, I say in particular. I'm going to get myself in trouble with the other 3, but I'm not going to bother because you people don't care who the hell they are. But they know they did a good job, right, Ben? They know they did a good job. So we're honored to be joined today by one of the patriots leading the charge on opportunity zone development, a fantastic man, a fantastic football player, by the way. For those of you that remember, he's still young. A longtime member of the association, Bob Turner. Bob, come on up. Let us know. Come on, Bob. Let us have a little information, please. How are you, Bob? Thank you. Have a good time.
All right. Thank you, Mr. President. What an honor to be here today.
Yeah,
all right. Thanks. Thank you so much for this great economy. When you were elected in Memphis, the cloud lifted off of Memphis and the economy took off. It really did. And the opportunity zones are creating so many opportunities for everybody across this country. And you came to Millington, Tennessee a couple of years ago. Right. About a mile from where you landed, we own 47 acres that are in the opportunity zone. We're developing 247 units of apartments, and we're building 71 single-family home lots on this 47 acres. We will create about $40 million of economic development in Millington, Tennessee. Millington has not seen any new developments for over 10 years. No new apartments, very few houses, and it's...
All right, folks, so we have footage from inside the White House. We're going to be switching it over right now. We finally have footage. Cameras cannot turn on until the White House says so. That's just the way it is at the White House. So no cameras are allowed to start the transmitting or live streaming or anything like that until you get the okay from them. That's how it works. That's how I guess it's always worked. I do not know. But we do have footage from inside the White House. So just give me a second here as we get everything ready to go for you. And we'll go on from there. Thank you so much for choosing Golden
Hi,
State
Big Chris
Times.
with Jeff City
Sorry,
Autoplex.
hold on.
Point, click, and save. JeffCityAutoplex.com.
I don't know why audio just starts for no reason all of a sudden. So weird. But anyways, so we are going to be switching over right now. So just give us a second here as we get everything ready to go for you. Thank you so much for choosing Golden State Times as your stream of choice. Like I said, President Trump is set to deliver his speech very, very soon as we get ready for him here at Golden State Times. And we'll go on from there. All right, so you're going to see a screen that says live stream starting soon or stand by. And we'll go on from there. But here it is. I'm going to put the footage right here. This right there. And here we go. All right, so I'm putting it up on your screen. All right, so this is live footage, folks, from inside the White House. Just give us a second here while this gets... All right, so here we go. This is live footage from inside the White House. Let me see if there could be copyrighted music in the background.
Right there. Oh.
Yeah, there's definitely copyrighted music in the background. I wish I could turn on the the hot mic, but I cannot because of the White House's copyrighted music. Even if it sounds like it's like classical music or maybe even elevator music that they put, sometimes it's copyright. And they have claimed our videos in the past just because of that music that they put in the background. I don't know why they even do it. I think they think that it's, to pass the time, I guess. I don't know. But President Trump should be coming out very, very soon as we get ready for his speech. I'm going to be giving more shout outs right now in just a few moments to everyone that is sharing the live stream on social media as a thank you for your support. So make sure you guys please share the live stream on Facebook or Twitter, and then we'll go on from there. Thank you so much for choosing Golden State Times as your stream of choice. Please share the stream. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button, and I'll see you on the chat. All right, folks. So here we go. We are going to be giving out shout outs to everyone that is sharing the live stream on social media. And as of right now, we don't see any. Oh, here we go. Arlos Collins, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Arlos Collins, thank you so much. Let's see who else is sharing the live stream. Jalissa K, thank you so much for your continued support. Also, Debbie, Crimea River, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Mari Maha, I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Real Estate Michelle, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Also, USA TLR, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Q-Doll, thank you so much for your continued support in sharing the live stream. Real Estate Michelle, thank you so much for sharing the live stream once again. Vanessa, Ravencroft, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Breeby72, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Gorgeous One and Matt Street, I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. Yuri and Tony Tone, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Maddie Stewart and also Corrine, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Jerome, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Robert and Reorp, thank you so much for sharing the stream on social media. We hope that you guys share this live stream because it helps us immensely, folks. Keeps us live here on YouTube. Thank you so much to Clays. I hope I said that right. Thank you so much to also Deborah Nail and Sky2. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. All right, folks, the president should be coming out very, very soon. And here we go. As you guys can see, the seal is on the podium, which means that he is from between 5 to 15 minutes away or out because he's already at the White House. So it should start very, very soon. Make sure you guys go and get your coffees, your teas, your popcorn, whatever you want to get as a snack because President Trump is coming out very, very soon. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, accompanied by the Attorney General. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, accompanied by the Attorney General.
Good afternoon, and thank you for all being here. I want to thank the President for hosting today's ceremony and for once again personally presenting the awards. I'm told that President Trump has now done this for 3 consecutive years, which no other president has done, and I think that speaks volumes for his personal commitment and the commitment of his administration to our law enforcement officers and our first responders. The Medal of Valor, The Medal of Valor is the nation's highest and most prestigious award for public safety officers. Of the more than 2 million who serve every day across the country, only about a dozen receive this honor each year. All first responders do noble work, and all of them deserve our support and our appreciation, but some have performed heroic acts of service that deserve to be singled out for recognition by the entire nation. The men we honor this afternoon have come from every corner of this nation and from a wide variety of backgrounds, but they all share the same spirit of love for their communities and a willingness to sacrifice of themselves. They were nominated by their police chiefs and by their fire chiefs, and then recommended by a review board of their peers. Several of the review board members are here today, and I'd like to thank all of them for their participation in this process. Every Medal of Valor recipient has confronted life-threatening danger. Each has had their fight or flight moment, and each one has stood their ground for our safety. We hold them up today as an example for other first responders and to all Americans. As we honor the recipients who are here today, we especially remember 2 of this year's recipients who gave their lives in the line of duty. Officer Verdell Smith of Memphis and Officer Brent Thompson of Dallas. They gave their lives so that others might live. On behalf of the Department of Justice, I'd like to offer my condolences and our gratitude to their families, friends, and fellow officers. This afternoon, I'm reminded of something that President John F. Kennedy once said: "A nation reveals itself not only by the men it produces, but by the men it honors and the men it remembers." In these heroes we honor today, the greatness of this nation shines forth. And so, to all of the recipients, thank you for dedicating your lives to this noble work, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Attorney General. It's great. Appreciate it. I welcome everyone to the White House, very special place as we award our very bravest law enforcement officers and firefighters our nation's highest public safety award, the Medal of Valor. Congratulations. It's a great award. Also joining us for the ceremony is Deputy Attorney General Jeff Rosen. Jeff, and congratulations. Along with a friend of mine, great Senator Rob Portman. Rob, thank you. And Representative and one of the best hockey players you'll ever see, Pete Stauber. Pete, thank you very much. To the heroes we honor today, this afternoon, we express the gratitude and pride of our nation for your immortal acts of courage. To the families who join us, you carry a great burden so that our citizens can live in safety and in peace. We cherish and thank each and every one of you. Here with us today is Trooper Nicholas Cederberg from Oregon State Police. Where's Nicholas? Good, that's what I thought. On Christmas night of 2016, Nick was with his family when he got a call that a man in the nearby neighborhood of King City had shot and killed a woman and was now speeding through the city streets very dangerously. Nick raced to find him and soon located the murderer and chased him into a dead-end road. The suspect made a U-turn, rammed right into Nick's car, and then immediately opened fire. Nick thought he had it, but he didn't. As Nick was shot in the hip, very badly injured, laid on the ground amid a barrage of gunfire, he kept firing back, preventing the shooter from escaping until other officers arrived. That Christmas night, Nick took 12 bullets. After a very tough recovery, Nick survived, and Trooper Cederberg, we are very honored to have you with us in the White House. Thank you very much. Great job. He looks awfully good. 12 bullets. It looks good if he took no bullets, you know? Some pretty good doctors, I guess, right? Great job. Also with us today is Officer Alan Horoshka of the Ohio State University Police. On November 28, 2016, an ISIS-inspired terrorist sped into a crowd of students at Ohio State. I remember that. He then got out of his car and chased them with a knife. Alan ran to the scene and yelled at the man to drop his knife. The man charged toward Alan after doing a lot of damage to others, but Alan shot him and killed him immediately. Thanks to Alan's swift action, not a single innocent person that day died. Some very badly injured people, however. Officer Horoshka, we are forever grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you. This afternoon, we also honor two incredible firefighters, Captain Dustin Moore and firefighter Andrew Friesner of the Lenexa Fire Department in Kansas. In April of 2016, Dustin and Andrew responded to an apartment fire where they learned that a family was trapped on the second floor. It was looking very bad. Dustin and Andrew climbed up a ladder to the balcony of the apartment and raced into a blinding hail of smoke and deadly heat. They found a woman who was unconscious and two small children and carried them all to safety. Captain Moore and firefighter Friesner, you made a tremendous difference and you make all Americans proud. It's a great job. Thank you very much. Great job. Save those lives. Today we also recognize 8 law enforcement officers from Azusa, California: Tommy Avila, Manuel Campos, Seth Chapman, Carlos Peslenzia. I didn't get that great, Carlos, but not bad. Where's Carlos? Come on, I owe you one. Andrew Rodriguez, Terry Smith, Xavier Torres, and Rocky Wenrick. Thank you, fellas. That's fantastic. Fantastic. These officers responded to a call of a crazed man firing at citizens near a voting site on November 8th, 2016. When they arrived, Carlos and Xavier raced through a hail of bullets to save a woman who had been shot in the head. At the same time, Terry, Andrew, and Seth returned fire. Tommy, Rocky, and Manuel drew the gunman out of his house, enabling their fellow officers to shoot him and to bring the rampage to an end. Very dangerous situation. To each of you, you represent the unity, devotion, teamwork, and swift action that makes America's law enforcement the best and bravest anywhere in the world. Well done, and I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you very much. Thank you. And earlier today in a private ceremony, I was profoundly honored to present the Medal of Valor to the families of two fallen officers who made the supreme sacrifice in the line of duty. Sergeant Verdell Smith and Officer Brent Thompson. Sergeant Smith was a member of the Memphis Police Department. In June 2016, a gunman was speeding toward a busy intersection downtown. As Sergeant Smith cleared the street, the attacker struck and fatally injured Sergeant Smith. I want to just thank Sergeant Smith's family. Where are you? We just left. Where are you? Sergeant Smith's family. Thank you. Thank you, Tom, very much. Thank you. On July 7, 2016, Dallas police officer Brent Thompson was on duty during a large protest against law enforcement that soon turned violent when a gunman opened fire on the police. Brent charged across the 3-lane road and fired on the shooter. Brent was killed instantly in the firefight, but his act of courage saved many lives, many, many lives. An attack on our police is an attack upon our entire nation. Through their sacrifice, Sergeant Smith and Officer Thompson defeated evil men with the goodness and bravery of true American heroes. We are eternally grateful in their debt. Thank you very much. It's really great. Every officer, firefighter, and first responder who receives this award embodies the highest ideals of service and sacrifice, character and courage, love and loyalty. Your lives of patriotism, your devotion to duty, and your deeds of valor lift up our entire nation. Today and every day, we thank God that you were there when our communities needed you the most. And we want to thank you all, and God bless you. God bless law enforcement, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much. Thank you. So now I'd like to ask the military aide to come forward and read the citations as I present these incredible and very brave recipients with the Medal of Valor. Thank you.
Senior Trooper Nicholas Cederberg. The Medal of Valor is presented to Senior Trooper Nicholas Cederberg of the Oregon State Police for taking brave and decisive action to bring a murderer to justice on Christmas night 2016. After an extended vehicle chase, Senior Trooper Cederberg prevented the escape of the killer, placing himself directly in the line of fire and sustaining several life-threatening gunshot wounds. University Law Enforcement Officer Alan Harushko of the Ohio State University Police Division. The Medal of Valor is presented to University Law Enforcement Officer Alan Harushko of the Ohio State University Police Division for single-handedly saving the lives of more than a dozen civilians on the Ohio State University campus by quickly and skillfully neutralizing a violent knife attacker who had plowed his vehicle into a crowd. Fire Captain Dustin Moore and firefighter paramedic Andrew Friesner. The Medal of Valor is presented to Fire Captain Dustin Moore and firefighter paramedic Andrew Friesner of the Lenexa, Kansas Fire Department for braving a furious fire and billowing smoke at great personal risk to rescue the occupants of a burning apartment building who were within minutes of perishing from the flames. Retired Lieutenant Xavier Torres, Sergeant Seth Chapman, Retired Sergeant Terry Smith Jr., Sergeant Thomas Avila III, Sergeant Rocky Wenrick, Retired Corporal Andrew Rodriguez Sr., Senior Officer Carlos Plasencia, and Detective Manuel Campos. The Medal of Valor is presented to these men for acting with composure and bravery in the face of life-threatening danger during a mass shooting on Election Day 2016. These courageous officers arrived at the deadly and chaotic scene in Azusa, California, and immediately took command, risking their lives to protect innocent civilians and successfully neutralizing the killer.
These are tremendous people. I want to just congratulate everybody. It's an amazing honor to have you in the White House. Say hello to your families, and thank you all for being here. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
All right, folks, thank you very much for joining us and choosing us as your stream of choice. If you liked our coverage, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and hopefully YouTube notifies you when we go live. But if you want to get notified directly by us here at Golden State Times, then all you have to do is send me a text message with the word America First to my number 555-888. Once again, my number is 555-888. So make sure you guys send me that text message. We'll add you to the list, and we'll send you notifications whenever we go live or we're uploading a video that didn't get notified or YouTube didn't send out notifications, anything like that. If you'd like to help out Golden State Times, there's a very good way of doing it through Super Chat. If you can't do it through Super Chat, then we encourage you to become a member. Because with membership, not only will you get a Trump hat right next to your name whenever you post anything on the chat or on the live streams or on the videos in the comment section, but also you will be able to use our custom emojis that we're going to be uploading a whole bunch more. We have like maybe 10 more spots that we can do. So in total, we can upload up to 25 emojis now. So we're working on that, folks. We're getting emojis up there, and that should come out very soon. So if you would like to become a member, you not only are you helping Golden State Times live here on this channel, but you're also helping Golden State Times newsroom and our website, goldenstatetimes.com. So one contribution helps everything in order for us to bring you up-to-date information on what's going on. If you don't know what membership is, all you have to click is the little money sign, and then it'll give you the option to either send a super chat or send or become a member, and they'll give you all the information on there. All you have to do is just click on it. So it's on the chat. It's a little money sign. It'll give you the option to use either super chat or membership. We encourage you to help us out as we face demonetization and censorship from YouTube. So thank you so much for your consideration. Once again, if you missed the speech or anything like that, we're uploading it right now onto the channel. So make sure that you go and check it out in just a few moments. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Thank you so much to the moderators for keeping the chat clean and enjoyable for everyone. And I hope to see you guys here next time. My name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times, and I'll see you soon. Peace. All right, folks. So the speech has been uploaded. We encourage you, if you guys can please help out by going to that live stream, that video, and giving it a thumbs up and sharing it on social media. That would be amazing. Thank you so much for your support. Once again, if you guys missed the speech at any point, we have uploaded it onto the channel. So make sure you guys head over there. Hold on. YouTube is just for a company that makes so much money like YouTube, you would think that they would have a system that is, runs perfect and, has no problems. It doesn't get taken down or it doesn't glitch or anything like that. You would think, right? For a company that makes hundreds of billions of dollars a year, that they can actually do something correctly, but they never do. So once again, make sure you guys head over to the link that I am putting in the chat. And make sure you guys go over there and give it a thumbs up and you share it on social media. Thank you so much for your support. And I hope to see you guys here next time. My name is Jen. I'm from Golden State Times. And I'll see you soon. Peace.